Hey there, Scorp. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. How are you doing, my love? All right. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you've decided to join us. And if you are returning, I am so happy to have you back. Take a seat, darling. Take a seat. Let's go ahead and get this going. This is going to be your general reading, okay? This can be applied. The messages in this reading can be applied to love, friendships, career, finance, your spiritual journey as an individual. We are really going to, we'll see first what the overarching energies are. We'll pull an oracle card for you, and I will do my best during the actual reading to kind of like siphon out the details. If I see individual people, if I see money specifically, anything new, then I will pick out, individual storylines where I see them. I do my best to pick out as many as possible. Sometimes the reading is so specific, sometimes the readings are so specific, it's just a common story that the majority of those who need to see this reading need to hear. So we'll just kind of go with the ebb and flow of the messages contained herein. Okay. So let us go ahead. If you find that this reading resonates, we'll do an extended following this reading. Okay. Overarching energy, please. What's going on, please? Scorp. This is not date specific. I don't know if I already said that. Not date specific. So whenever you find this reading, there's something here for you. Okay. So the temple path. The temple path. So, first of all, numerology. The 12 reduces to a 3. So you might be seeing a lot of 3s, Scorpio. 3s are kind of like 5s, not in the chaos, but in that it indicates change. So right now, Scorp, you might be kind of like, things are changing, but it's looking up. You haven't lost anything, okay? You haven't lost anything. It's just you're actually you're in the phase of the process where you're getting your ducks in a row. So it's like you haven't quite become stable yet, and things are like still in the process of becoming. So things are not disorganized, but things haven't quite taken form yet, right? So you're filling out applications and submitting documents, and you're paying your bills, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and it's like when you finally finish everything that you're doing, it's going to culminate in that degree. It's going to culminate in getting into school. It's going to culminate in that business, right? It's like everything you're doing is just kind of scattered around, because you've got 3, 4, 5 different lines, assembly lines of things that are being put together, so that once each one of those items finally consolidate into what it is you're trying to create, now you've got your finished product, right? So you're not ready to celebrate yet, but the time is coming. And so the temple path also speaks to that spiritual path that you are taking. You're very much in alignment with your spiritual path. You're very much in alignment with where you have been feeling yourself called to. If you've been wondering, Scorpio, if everything that you've been enduring up until now is worth it, are you on the right track? Is this the right direction you're moving into? Absolutely, yes. You're right on target. It may have been taking a while, right? It may have taken a little bit longer than you would have liked, but you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and I'm really seeing this structure here. Okay, I'm seeing that right now, right about now, you should be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, Scorp. If you haven't been able to see the potential of the outcome, you will be soon. Okay, you're going to see that you're pretty much there. You may have been like, almost like you want to jump ship. Like if you've been in the middle of something, it could be a relationship, right? It could be a relationship that you've been putting a lot, like investing a lot of yourself into. But whatever this situation, it's like you've been wondering if all the investment of time, energy, resource, if it's really been worth it to you up until now. Is it worth staying around? Is it worth having the conversations? Is it worth waiting and filling out the paperwork and, waiting for phone calls? And yeah, 2 of Swords. It's like you've been, in a stalemate where it's like you almost want to withdraw. Like you almost want to just stop putting in, because you're like, okay, well, nothing, I'm not seeing the fruition. Nothing's come to me yet. It will be. Don't stop. The blessing is literally like right there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that image. It's like a comic of like a miner. He's like digging a tunnel, and it's like he stops. It shows him with the shovel over his shoulder. He's walking away from where he did his last dig, And it's like, had he just dug, like scooped one more time, he would have hit like a treasure that was like right beyond. And he was right there, but that's, you know, unfortunately, ironically, where he stopped digging was right before he struck gold, literally. You know, so we have to be careful, Scorp, not to sabotage ourselves like that. We started this journey for a reason. We started this process for a reason. Don't lose sight of that. It's okay, you know, to have those moments of doubt and to get impatient and whatnot, but that's not why you're here. Like, let's be honest, that's not why you're here. You have a reason for everything you do, right? You find meaning in the things that you participate in and the things that you invest yourself in. There's a reason it's taken this long. You love it so much that for most of the journey up until this point, you've convinced yourself that this is actually what you really want. So why is the impatience convincing you that this isn't what you want when it's literally been what you've wanted the whole time? Right? Now, if there's something that showed you this isn't what you want, that's different. But don't lie to yourself either. Okay? Let's see. What's going on for you, Scorp? Okay, overarching energy. 8 of Cups. You're thinking about walking away because something is missing, but it's not missing. It's not missing. It's on your way. It's on your way. It's not missing. It's on your way. So don't jump off the train yet. Don't jump off the train yet, Scorp. You feel incomplete. Like, you do feel incomplete. You're tempted to walk away from something, but it's not because you don't want it. It's because you feel like if you stop now, you're going to cut your losses and begin, and you're going to find what's been missing. But the problem is, if you go and pursue the 2 cups that are missing, all you're going to end up with is the 2 cups. Like, I feel once you leave all of these other cups behind, you're going to regret having ever left. The 2 cups is on your way. Don't turn your back on your 8 cups. You've collected your 8 cups. The 2 are still ahead, right? Yeah. Could be connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces. Yeah, Temperance is on the board. Temperance is on the board. You're impatient is what it is, Scorp. You know, you're impatient. That's all. A little bit confused, maybe. You're seeing who you can be. You're seeing who you can be. A lot of renewal. A lot of renewal. You see yourself as a go-getter. And you also see what's in your environment is the High Priestess. So your intuition is going off. Lots of major arcana. This is beautiful. Okay. Wow. Hold on. So first of all, really quickly, the signs that are here: Cancer, Pisces, strong Cancer. Cancer here twice. Scorpio, which is you. Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Leo, Aries, Sag. Leo, Aries, Sag. So here's the thing. You could be connecting, okay, romantic or otherwise, you could be connecting with a Cancer, Pisces. Okay? You could be connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces. This particular person is on your mind. What's making things difficult to be in communication, because that's what you want. You want to communicate. The issue is that between you and this person is either someone is trying to not overindulge in the relationship, so they're actually pulling back. There's a separation between you and this person, or there's a Sagittarius that is in the middle. There could be a Sagittarius individual that's keeping you and this Cancer or Pisces from being together, because you guys recently fell in love. You guys are just wrapped up in each other. And coming in, if it's a Cancer, they are coming for you. They are coming for you, and it's undeniable. If you felt the connection with this person, they feel it even more. They feel the intuitive pull. This person makes you feel attractive. You also feel really ambitious. Like, you feel like you could pursue this person. You feel like there's really nothing from keeping you and this person from being together, honestly. Like, your potential outcome here is your energy with the Queen of Cups, okay? So this is potential energy. The potential outcome, I mean, is unconditional love. Okay, so if this is you connecting with the Cancer, this could be the Cancer that you're connecting with or the Pisces that you're connecting with. You know, the outcome here is unconditional love. So whether this culminates in an actual commitment is still yet to be seen. But especially with the temple path being the overarching energy, again, this goes back to talking about the process. With the Eight of Cups being the overarching energy, it's still kind of like you're tempted to leave this situation. You're tempted to leave what has been done up till now because you want more, without realizing that this is exactly where you're supposed to be. This is exactly the process. This is what it looks like. Yeah, you're not where you want to be yet, but if you leave now, you're going to be selling yourself short. Okay, now for those of you where this is individual, because this to me feels very, very strongly life purpose related. It really does. But you know, I don't see pentacles here. I don't see pentacles. I see water and lots of major arcana. We've got the moon, temperance, the chariot, the tower, the high priestess. We've got an ace of cups on the table, and we've got the queen of wands and queen of cups. So and I would say, Scorp, if you got Sagittarius in your chart, all right, if you have Sagittarius or Cancer in your chart, this is a spiritual journey for you. This is about realizing that where you are is perfect. And where it is you're trying to go, this is actually perfect where you're supposed to be. This is perfect. Overarching energy, let me not forget. Or one of the jumper cards was the Two of Swords. So it's like you don't, indecisive, stalemate, not wanting to budge, not wanting to leave the situation, but at the same time not sure that it's paying off, right? Still a decision you're trying to make. So let's go ahead and clarify what's going on here with this moon. Let's see. Okay. Overarching energy for the clarifiers, King of Pentacles. Okay. So, Scorpio, if this is finances for you, you're going to be doing very well, okay? You might be wondering if you should leave this business or leave your job or don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't do it. You're where you're supposed to be. Stop. You might have gone through a weird moment recently where you've been kind of hating work. Let's be honest, you've been hating everything, right? The energy, Scorpio, full moon. Been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt. Like, literally, I wouldn't be surprised, Scorp, if you recently came out of a phase where you literally just hated everything. It's normal. It's going to pass. Okay? It's going to pass. Do not stop what you're doing. Don't jump ship just because your patience has worn thin. Don't do it to yourself. It's sabotage. I'm telling you, it's self-sabotage. Don't do it. Okay? The fact that you're hating everything right now is really just a symptom of feeling like you're kind of getting tired of putting in all this work. But just like that digger, you're like this close, and if you stop now, all the time that you've spent putting into this situation, into this circumstance, into this relationship, it's going to be all for naught. But the outcome is totally worth everything you've invested. That's the thing. It's totally worth it. Okay? If you jump ship, it's going to be premature, and it's like it's almost as if you threw away the lottery ticket. Don't do it. Okay? So your current energy here with the moon and the Ten of Wands, it's this it's like this mind crushing confusion. It's like someone just got in your head, or something got in your head, and it's like this it's like depression, it's anxiety, it's not even, it's confusion, but not in that cognizant, like when you know you're confused and you have all these options, you're like, what should I pick? No, it's like you don't even realize that something has made you question what you've invested in, and you fundamentally are just confused, but you don't even realize it, right? You're going back to the drawing board, and you're like you're trying to make, you're trying to reason out why suddenly you have a change of heart. It's not a change of heart, it's a trick. And I don't know any other way besides that to describe it. What you're feeling, this like, oh, now I have to throw everything away. No. It's your ego. It's your ego. Your ego is just feeling kind of bruised because maybe at this point in your life, everyone else around you is hitting milestones, and you're like, oh, seriously? Like, my friend just got a raise. My friend just got a new job. My friend just got an offer in Japan. Like, what am I doing? Stop, Scorp. What you need to do is get things in perspective. You are where you're supposed to be. Chances are the path that you are on is not conventional, or it is conventional and you're exactly where you're supposed to be in the process, but you're too busy comparing yourself and your success or your shortcomings to other people, and that's sabotaging you. It's gone to a point where it's like you're in this confusion and this depression, and it's like all the weight that you think you're bearing is actually, it doesn't exist. You've got all of these expectations about where it is you're supposed to be, and it's making you feel so sad that you haven't gotten what you wanted yet. But if you leave now, you would have to start over doing something else that you don't really like, when you're this close to the finish line on something that you've known for years you've always wanted to do, or something you knew what the outcome would be if you just kept applying yourself, and you've been applying yourself, and it's like your expectations, right? Like you're being really hard on yourself. You're being really, really hard on yourself, Scorp. And I really don't know any other way to say that, because you're on track for everything else. With Temperance being what's challenging you, Page of Pentacles, guys. Like, I don't know if this has something to do with school. Page of Pentacles as a student, you know. And this could have something to do with school, you know. It could have something to do with work. It could have something to do with a new beginning of some kind with a Sagittarius. This could be... you know, this is just, it's overall, it's about getting balance back in these new beginnings. I wouldn't be surprised, again, that assembly line imagery is coming back to mind. It's like you have multiple things in the works, and they're all chugging away. They're all plugging away. Like they're all doing their thing. It's just in the day-to-day, you know, grind of seeing everyone else achieving their short-term goals. Your short-term goals are not day-to-day. They're not measured day-to-day. They might be measured semester to semester. And so for you, the lack of short-term goals is like making you think, it's got this illusionary effect on you where you're like, I'm not achieving anything, not realizing that your achievement is literally like in an entire lifetime is literally the blink of an eye away. It may be 6 months away. This milestone that you're waiting on could be 6 months away. In a lifetime, that is literally 0 time. And you're right there, but you're comparing it to other people. You really you're being really hard on yourself, Scorp. You're right there. You're right there, okay? What's crossing you is this need to be patient. That's what's challenging you, this need to be patient. The fact that this new beginning is either in regards to school, just some type of new beginning, and it's like, you have to be patient. You have to make sure that you maintain balance. Like, maintaining balance is really hard. Maintaining balance means, Scorp, that you've got a lot going on. It means that for the most part, what's probably happening is you're being surrounded by people who might be giving you ideas of where it is you should be at this point, but they don't know what you're working on. They don't know how much time you've invested. They might be encouraging you to cut your losses and just leave, because they see that you're unhappy now, not realizing that you have invested so much up to this point because you can see yourself being happier than you could ever be if you just invested a little bit more. There's this beautiful quote. Oh my God, who says it? What's her name? When I remember, I will leave it in the description box. Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols. She says that her mom used to tell her when she was a young girl that your convictions do not live on the same block as convenience. Something like that. Where it's like, if you want to live a life that's true to your conviction, you have to be willing to be inconvenienced. And I think that's beautiful, because that speaks to so much challenge that we face in our lives. Is you have to be uncomfortable in order to get what you want. You have to put in the hard work and you know, get no sleep some nights and get out of your comfort zone and talk to people you wouldn't otherwise speak to. And you know, you do have to subject yourself to some discomfort, because that's how you grow. And so, Scorp, like, you're right there. You're right there. Don't stop just because a couple guys out there or a couple girls out there are just like, oh, we'll just cut corners like we did. We're so happy. Scorp. Like, come on. You know, we know better than that. We know better than that, okay? We don't take people's words you know, and live by other people's words, when we think so deeply that it's like the only convictions that really matter to us are our own. We're very critical, and we question other, we're critical of other people's advice. We don't take other people's advice over our own. We are always so in tune with our emotions and intuition. It's like for a Scorpio to take, for us to take someone else's advice, we would have to really admire them and respect them a lot. On your mind, you've got the Page of Cups with the Two of Cups clarified, okay? So on your mind, if you are connecting with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this is somebody who you may already be in a partnership with, but I have a feeling you are not. I have a feeling that there might be something that stands in between you guys. If you're connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces in particular, I feel like you guys could be friends right now, and the fact that you don't see where this is going, the fact that this person may be in school, and so that's kind of what's keeping you guys from being together, it's making you upset. It's making you very upset. In your heart, you want to move, you want to progress forward. Yeah. You want a reunion. You want to talk to them. You want to make plans. You want to celebrate. Maybe there's an occasion, a graduation. Maybe there's, you know, you guys have a mutual friend who's about to have a baby. Maybe you got, you know what I'm saying? There's something here. There's something here in your heart space where you really just want to move forward and see them again, or, you know, be able to spend time with them and celebrate. You're not on your mind. You already think about them in terms of a love relationship. You already see that you guys have the potential to have a reciprocating relationship, but in your heart space, you want to move forward in that feeling of celebration. You want to feel that fulfillment, you know, and not in a Ten of Cups way, but in that celebratory, like, yay, 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 I get to be with them, you know, that freshly in love kind of feeling, which makes sense because in your recent past, you had the Ace of Cups. Now, there might have been a heartbreak associated with this Ace of Cups, okay? Three of Swords. So whatever this was, doesn't have to be a three-party situation per se. It can just be some kind of realization that your reality is not going to live up to the expectation you had, which could be the source of whatever this pressure is. So you guys have a massive connection. Turns out they're already coupled, or it turns out that they have, you know, a job that takes them abroad, right? Or turns out something, right? Something is in the way of you guys being together. So I will confirm that there is definitely a very strong connection, especially if you're connecting with a Cancer, Pisces. Now, coming in, you've got the Chariot clarified by the Moon again. Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Okay, so if this is a Cancer, guys, if this is a Cancer, be cautious. Be cautious, because this Cancer may not know whether or not they want to be with you either. Okay, this person is giving you just enough. It's, you know, and it's not that they don't love you or that they feel a connection, but they may be feeling defeated under the weight of their own pressures as well. You know, it's that feeling of they're only giving you what they can give you, Scorp. They're only giving you what they can give you. They can't give you more than they already are. And even though they love you, and even though they appreciate you, and even though intuitively they're feeling like coming closer to you, and they want you, they are coming in, right? So there might be an advancement of some kind, some type of forward movement, right? But with the Moon, the Five of Swords, the Six of Pence, it's like, you know, they're with you on that Moon energy, right? That illusion of, you know, we can't make it happen because right now it doesn't fit the mold of what it is we want. But the thing is, just because you can't now doesn't mean you can't later. With a love like this, right, this is a very beautiful energy. The problem is the energy surrounding the circumstances of why you guys can't be together. That's the problem, Scorp. Okay, now if for those of you where this is not love, okay, this is about you overcoming that dry spell of disappointment and not wanting to move forward because, well, you know, why shouldn't I just hop off the bandwagon? I've already invested so much and I'm not reaping the benefits like I wanted to or like I thought I would. And it's overcoming that and saying, you know what, I've come this far. How about I just do it? Even if I have to reduce my speed to a jog, I'm not going to just stop, right? So you're not going to quit any jobs. You're not going to, like, you've invested so much that if anything, you'll slow the pace down. But you're not going to allow your fear or the illusion of what is or isn't happening, you're not going to let that get the best of you. You're saying, okay, I mean, this sucks. I feel a little defeated. I do. I can't lie. I feel defeated. But you're not going to give up. You're not going to give up. You're still going to do what you can. You're going to make ends meet the best way that you can. If anything, you may use that illusion type of energy that's carried with the moon. You'll take advantage and reverse it, turn it on its head and say, you know what? I can imagine a better outcome than even what I was expecting. If I'm over here, my brain is telling me to expect the worst. Why can't I turn it on its head and expect the best? Right? You see yourself as the Queen of Wands. You could have strong Leo in your chart as well with strength, but overall you're seeing yourself as ambitious, right? You may have had a, for those of you where this is very deeply cerebral, okay? Strength indicates a fight between the consciousness and subconsciousness, okay? So this is a matter of finally calling dominion over your internal state. It's finally saying to yourself, okay, yeah, I had a moment of weakness. So what? So what? Good story, bro. Tell me more. Like, okay, well, I'm still going to do what I want to do. Yeah, I fell down, but I brushed myself off and I'm picking myself back up. Yeah, I had a moment of weakness. I doubted everything that I was doing up until now for a second there, but not anymore. You own it. You own it and you tell yourself, okay, so what? It happens to the best of us. Hair flip, bye. And you go on, you go on as business as usual. That's it. Now, going back to romance though, you could be seeing yourself connecting very strongly with a Leo. Okay? You could be seeing yourself being connected very strongly with a Leo. Again, with this Cancer, Pisces as well. I see the Pisces probably being a little bit more determined to connect with you. If you are connecting with a Pisces, they still also may not be giving you as much as they can, Pisces and Cancer both. But in terms of who's going to push the hardest, I feel like the Pisces will. But even then, there's not going to be too much forward movement. Not yet, anyway. There's a lot of pressure surrounding the circumstances of your union, though. Now, in your environment, you've got the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess, okay? Excuse me. High Priestess, Seven of Wands. You or someone you're connecting with might know something you don't, okay? And it's like no one wants to talk about it. Someone might be getting, like there might be other people. Sorry, my nose is like starting to act up. It's like other people might be trying to like get information out of you, or you're trying to get information out of someone else. This is whoever here is holding the secrets, or whoever here is not divulging the details of their plan. Other people might be kind of trying to egg them out, or you're trying to egg this information out of somebody, but their lips are sealed. They're not budging. For those of you where this is about the spiritual journey, for those of you where this is just like, romantic or otherwise, right? A romantic union, or just in your own individual space. This is about knowing what's right, knowing intuitively where this connection is going, knowing where it is you are going in connection to your life purpose, and defending it tooth and nail. This is about you standing in your power and knowing what you want, and doing everything in your power to make sure its integrity is preserved. Maybe things aren't moving forward as fast as you would like, but you will ensure that it won't get worse from here. It's going to stay this way until you can make it better, if that makes sense. Your fear here is the Tower with Temperance. So you're afraid that if you wait too long, right? Temperance is here twice now. You're afraid that if you wait too long, eventually a Tower moment will take it away. But it's not going to take it away. This is actually what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be patient. Okay? Be patient. Be patient, okay? For those of you that are connecting with a Sag, if this has something to do with their status as a student, or their status as someone who's begun their own business, or whatever this Page of Pentacles energy is for you, this new beginning, you're afraid that if you just concede to their journey, you guys will never be able to do anything with this connection. But the thing is you, Scorp, do not want to know. You don't want to know what the outcome will look like if this person had to suddenly give all of this up for you. If this person was going to school and stopped going to school to make this relationship work, like that would force them to prioritize you over what they've been working for, which immediately turns into an expectation for you to do the same, which means at some point you would have to sacrifice. And if you did not sacrifice something that you had been working hard on, that would build resentment in the person. Like, it's really best right now, Scorp, that if you have any kind of expectations about the person that you're connecting with, it doesn't have to be a Sagittarius. They could have Sagittarius in their chart, or just, overall the energy of Temperance, which is talking about someone who's really trying to make every aspect of their life work in a way that is not overindulging in anything. So they might love you, but they cannot prioritize you over work, and they can't prioritize work over you or over their hobbies. Like, there's a delicate balance at play, and it's the only reason things have remained as sane as they are. So while Scorp, you might be kind of like, all right, I like you, let's do this. Like, let's spend more time together. Let's do this, let's do that. Oh, I want to be with you all the time. Why can't you just call out from work? No. Why can't you just not go to class? Why don't you delay a semester? No. Scorp, no. That's not fair. Because if it were the other way around, they would have they couldn't ask the same of you. They just, not reasonably. Okay, you're asking someone to compromise a huge part of themselves by doing that. Let people prioritize as they need to, and you do what you need to do. Don't focus so much on what they're doing. Okay, and just let things play out. This is where you're supposed to be. This is the way things are supposed to play out. If anything, right now, what you're supposed to do is focus on how you can improve yourself. How can something right now is missing. Okay, something right now is missing, and what's going to complete you is not this partnership. Okay, what's going to complete you is inner harmony. Okay, if there is something that you have left undone, Scorpio, stop smothering whatever this situation is, this partnership or this, whatever it is that you're thinking about cutting corners on, or this thing that you're trying to get to kind of fill that empty void, or to kind of give you that certainty in light of confusion, like whatever that thing is that you're like holding on to, desperately trying to get, trying to find an answer for yourself, let it go and focus on the real issue. What is it that you haven't quite finished yet? What haven't you completed yet? Complete it. It's time to complete it. Okay, it's time to complete it, because it's like you're trying to substitute something. You're trying to, look at, God, Scorp. Stop. Okay, so your potential outcome is your Queen of Cups energy, okay? Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, okay? To me, the Queen of Swords is almost as good as the Ace of Swords. That's just me. You've got two aces in the outcome. All right, Scorp. You're about to strike gold, and you're about to throw it away because something has convinced you that where you are, because you are not at the outcome yet, that everything you've done up to this point hasn't paid off yet. You're literally at the jump off point, Scorp. Your life is about to change. Your life is about to change, Scorp. Do not sell yourself short. Don't do it. You are in your power as the potential outcome. Okay? You have the drive. Okay, the Ace of Wands, you have the drive to create, to make this decision, to pick something that you know is going to bear fruit. It's having this, the aces are gifts from the divine. So it's like you're being given an opportunity to start something new. You're being given the opportunity, like, this isn't imaginary, right? It's not the Ace of Cups where it's like the love that you're missing or the healing that you're missing. There's no, emotionally you're whole. It's mentally, mentally you've, like, Scorp, you've gotten into this weird mindset of like believing that the outcome is the only image for success. Like, success is not limited to the outcome. And even if it was, you're right there, right? The aces are completions. The aces are completions. So you are coming to the very end of a cycle, and you are at the threshold of a brand new beginning. You're one decision away. You're one decision away, right? With the Queen of Swords, you're one decision away. Detach yourself for a moment from all the feelings that you've had. Okay, from all the feelings you've had about how long this is taking. I want you to note that the Queen of Pentacles has not shown up. So in terms of patience, like the Queen of Pentacles has that patience and understanding that things take time. It takes 9 months to make a baby, you know, and it takes 18 years to get them to adults. You know what I'm saying? It's that patience. The Queen of Pentacles is the only queen that's not here. So you've invested yourself emotionally, you know, intuitively, intellectually, in your heart of hearts, your passion, your desire is with this decision. You're lacking patience. And I'm telling you, Scorp, don't burn out. You are right there. I don't know. You're right there. You are right there, sweetie. You're right there. Now, if this is a connection with a person, if this is a water sign that you're connecting with, you guys are on the cusp of something new. This is the advice across every situation that you guys could possibly be going through right now, whether it's career, finance, love, romantic, or otherwise. The key point here in your potential outcome is do not stop what you have been doing. Preserve the integrity of the process up to this point. Even if you haven't quite achieved what it is you've been wanting to achieve yet, you are at the cusp of a humongous closure, which will allow you to begin something very desirable, something very tangible very soon. A decision is going to be coming up for you on which way to go in terms of the relationship or in terms of this new opportunity. You're going to be given a choice. Someone is going to give you an opportunity to move closer to them. Someone's going to give you an opportunity to get a new job opportunity, you know, somewhere else, or in a different job, or you're going to get an acceptance somewhere. So you're going to have options very soon. But if you remove yourself from the scenario now, you are going to rob yourself of the opportunity to choose. You are going to choose to remove yourself from essentially picking, do you want a life that you are happy with or a life that you're even happier with? You want to be ecstatic times 10 or ecstatic times 11? Like, the difference is almost not even, like, you're going to be at a point, Scorp, where everything you've been working for is surrounding you in abundance. But if you leave now, it's like you are sabotaging yourself. Something didn't meet your expectations, and it's like you are letting that interfere with how much work you have put into this. Not realizing that how much you've put in is outweighing everything else. You're on the right path, Scorp. You're on the right path, okay? You're on the right path. The key here is patience. The key here is patience, okay? Now, I'm going to leave this here, Scorp. If this is where we part ways, I am so happy that you have joined me for this reading. I hope that this provided you clarity and you know, the guidance that you have been seeking in order to move forward, the confirmation that you were looking for. For those of you who are connecting with this Cancer, Pisces, possible Scorpio, this Leo, right? Excuse me, for those of you who are in this kind of pressured situation here where you're in separation with this person, or there's some type of block, a potential third-party situation with another Sagittarius, or at the very least somebody who may have been starting something up with your person of interest, right? We'll go ahead and in the extended, we'll see how this person feels about the connection, how they feel about the situation overall, and what your best approach would look like in this situation moving forward. Okay? I will also touch on, for those of you where this is not romance, I will touch on, you know, what this lesson is for you. What is the lesson that you are supposed to learn? Like, why is patience the lesson you're supposed to learn here? Why is patience the lesson that you're supposed to learn here? Like, what does the future hold potentially, right? Outside of this decision, what does this look like? A little bit in a more thorough, concrete way. Yeah. Okay. All right, Scorp, I am so happy that you have joined me today. I love you. I'm sending you hugs, kisses. I am privileged and honored to read for you. And until next time, my friends, I love you so much. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear back from you. And if I don't see you in the extended, I will see you later. I love you.